the Marmalade collection. There might be more to it. I'll read up and I'll correct myself, but there might be more to it. Joe Malone, Spring Marmalade? What? We're about to talk about that today. We're about to talk a little bit about how these things smell. I'm going to readjust the camera, but I just, I had to be intimate for the intro and just say, I have videos, I have other Eating Queens episodes filmed. I have an idea where my wife got a Bloomingdale's catalog in the mail with 11 different cologne and perfume samples. I wanted for us to smell those right now and sort of react to them, give our opinion of them together. She's not really up for the task, it seems like. So today, instead, the other video that I was thinking was probably the one I should do, the one that's most timely. Right here. Yeah, the new one. Exactly. You don't have to whisper.
No.
The new one. The Marmalade collection. We'll talk about all 5. We got 2 of them. And quick story time, quick breakdown. It'll be fun. Check back in with you momentarily. High ratings. High ratings. Me and my wife's legs here on YouTube. Okay, perfect. I don't know if you can see her, but I think you can see me. And I think you can see this insanely beautiful tin. Here we go. My wife and I were about to take a long drive up to Connecticut last week, and I hadn't put cologne on all day. I was about to put cologne on for the drive, and I thought, what's something that's really, fresh, really light, and what's going to keep me awake? What am I going to smell, and it's just going to be nice throughout the drive? And I almost wanted it to be something different than I'd been wearing. I have a few usual ones that I'm wearing really regularly, like on a daily basis, you could say, or like I basically, every other. So I was like, no, not this, not that, da-da-da. Well, I wear all these a lot. And then all of a sudden, I grabbed one out of the back, Blackberry and Bay. The first one Ian got me, that I always liked it. I just didn't love it. I always liked it. And so, I was mixing it with other stuff, and I started to become more and more fond of it. And then I basically ran out. So I was down to the last few sprays, and I stopped wearing it because I didn't want to fully run out. And when I saw that, I put it on. Let's just say it reminded me of how much I liked the smell, Blackberry and Bay. It's very tart, but it also it's long lasting, and it's very, very nice. It's fruity, and I like the fruity and the floral ones. So Blackberry and Bay, I put it on the other night, absolutely loved it, and then fast forward to yesterday, because today's May 1st, by the way. Happy May. This was yesterday, last day of April. So it's not April anymore, Ian. Anyway, high ratings. It's May. And yesterday we were walking through Bloomingdale's, and Ian goes, oh, look at the new Joe Malone's. And I looked down and I was like, that's not Joe Malone. But like I always am, I was wrong. Joe Malone Marmalade. Oh, I told myself I was going to look it up. All right, boom. We'll do that in a second. The Marmalade collection, I think is what it's called, has like 5 fragrances in it, and Blackberry and Bay, to my knowledge, is the only one that like previously already existed. The other ones were like elderflower, rhubarb, orange peel, which orange peel was magnificent as well, and then like a rose petal or some rose flower. I'll get to the details in a second. But they were nice enough to include this tin with the purchase of 2 of them. But bada bing, bada boom. Don't worry, the close-ups will be there. Blackberry and Bay in this like ceramic, this beautiful little ceramic bottle similar to the 30 milliliter size bottles of the Blossom collection too. We got her one of the 30 milliliters. I still don't know how to say it. The white one, and it came in a bottle very similar to this size. And this one is Tangy Rhubarb. Now, what I noticed is when I looked up online, the base note of both of these is cedar wood, so they settle out a lot nicer and I think a lot smoother than you'd expect from like the fruitiness in the name. But it opens, this one opens crazy with rhubarb. I'm gonna, oh my god, I'm spraying it. Woo! Oh my god. Can you smell it from there? Yeah, this one's for her. So it's funny that these are both exceedingly tart fragrances, and yet I think I can tell them apart very clearly. Oh. Oh my gosh, yeah, this one is, I feel like this one is like a higher note, I guess, if you were to compare smell to sound. It's like this one resonates higher, and this one resonates a bit lower, so they're definitely different. But like a sweet tart smell is noticeable with both of them, and I love the bottles. So yeah, to keep it short and sweet, I'll do a close-up on the tin, and maybe I'll break down a little bit more of the technical side of the names and the notes. But we picked up Blackberry and Bay to re-add it to the collection. And this is, I believe, the same formula as the original, so nothing's different about it. And then Tangy Rhubarb Cologne, limited distribution. I don't know if these are limited edition, but I believe they may be. And that's another thing, is this one, I think, well, because Blackberry and Bay, so this has bay leaves in it too. I forget the heart note of this one, but they're similar and different, and that's what's interesting about it. And the orange peel one was also, similar with that kind of like tart, citrusy opening note. I mean, I don't think we're gonna get another one, but if I were to, it would be that one. That one was extraordinary, and the rose one was very similar to Red Roses, very, very similar, not the exact same, and it had a different name. And elderflower, beautiful, and definitely different, not tart. It had, a different smell to it on its own. But this collector's tin, that's the last part of this main video. I don't know, this might have been way longer than I thought. And I definitely just rambled. So, sorry if this wasn't as eloquent as they usually are. If they are, I don't know. But the flowers on here and the plants, I actually think these are, like these might be the blackberries, so like a blackberry plant. One of these might be rhubarb. There's no oranges in here, but I think it's inspired by the ingredients to the collection, which I think, and I mean the base color green is absolutely brilliant, gorgeous. They had a blue one and a black one as well. Wong not mine? Alright, close-ups coming at you. Thank you for watching. High ratings. I believe to be these limited edition Joe Malones. Two of them right here, the his and the hers and the his. And our friend Ike is probably about to go buy all of them. So maybe in a new video or another video, I'll include a picture of his, because he never just buys one or two. This man goes crazy, and I respect it. Oh. Blackberry Bay also incredibly strong. This is coming through wild, and I only sprayed my wrist once, but the rhubarb has really like settled and calmed down. It's not as pronounced now, so that's the last thing I'll add in this part. I definitely still smell it, but the Blackberry and Bay, Very strong, very pronounced, in a sensational way. It's gorgeous. And thank you to my wife for when I did, like I mentioned before, when I brought up Joe Malone to her, I kind of left it open to her, hey, I really want to check out this new type of cologne, da-da-da-da. She went and she scooped me Blackberry and Bay, and so, it's always going to be one that I hold close to my heart for that reason, and it's nice to have the limited edition bottle of it. The packaging is gorgeous, and this is from the Bloomingdale's in Soho. They were absolutely awesome there. We went today to check the Joe Malone at our local mall, Queen Center Mall. The woman there, she said that they got the in-store communications for this collection, so posters, displays, things like that, and then they got a message saying they weren't going to actually receive it. It's only going to certain stores. So that might actually indicate that this is a limited series or something, but of course it's available online. And I'll say it once again, the Tangy Rhubarb, beautiful, and Blackberry and Bay. This has been a staple of theirs already, so this is just something that they're putting into this limited series. But I think that these are new fragrances, the others that I'll list now. As always, thank you for watching. High ratings. So there's the orange peel and the elderflower. And you can see the Joe Malone traditional boxes in back with the collections, theme on it. Looking gorgeous. Orange peel was so good, oh my gosh. Let me pop this open. Can I do it one-handed? Blam, of course I can. There we go. Tangy Rhubarb. You got the rhubarb, heart note orange, base note cedarwood. Extraordinary smell. I would highly categorize both of these as unisex. I think slightly leaning towards more feminine fragrances for both of them, because they're very, very fruity. But this one goes absolutely extraordinarily hard. So any guy that wants, I mean, you'd be good with either of these, but no questions asked. I think any man could pull this scent off. It just has a very tart, top note to it. Let's see exactly what that breakdown is. So you got top note, Blackberry, titular ingredient. Oh, and so is the heart note, bay leaves. And then, as I said before, base note, cedarwood. So cedar, a nice woody sort of base layer is what you got with both of these, which really does anchor it down nicely. So you don't just smell you don't just smell like a piece of fruit. Although, shout out one more thing about rhubarb. My father absolutely loves strawberry rhubarb pie. So I've always been, fond of the ingredient, and with this being based on and inspired by marmalades, I think that that's really cool, because, blackberries and rhubarbs, literally delicious. And then the other three, so you got orange peel cologne, top note orange peel, heart note orange bijarad, I have no idea what that word is, base note cashmere wood, okay, and then you got elderflower, which top note is gooseberry, heart note elderflower, base note dried fruits, and last but not least, what do you got? You got rose blush cologne, top note basil grand vert, heart note rose, base note white musk. So, just to reiterate, all of them were beautiful. If you like Red Roses by Joe Malone, I think you would love Rose Blush. Elderflower stuck out as another very feminine, very attractive scent. And then Tangy, Rhubarb, Blackberry, and Bay. And also, I'll throw the stamp on Orange Peel. Orange Peel cologne was extraordinary as well. And, you know, if I were to have gotten a third, I believe it would have been that one. Definitely, that was like the best fragrance I've ever smelled, where like orange was the most prominent, because I love the smell of orange, but I don't think typically I would like it as like a cologne or like a, you know, something to actually wear on you all day. But this Orange Peel did it really, really well, and did it in a really, really solid way, I thought. So there you have it. Incredible tin. Limited edition colognes. Replacing one that I'd already gone through. It only took me about a year, maybe a year and a half. So this one will still probably be in my collection for a while. I'm not going to burn through it, but love this stuff. And my wife, when I was like, oh yeah, something about her wearing this, and she's like, oh, I thought you bought that for yourself. I was like, no, I bought this one for you. So, you know, this one I think will be, she wears Nectarine, Blossom, and Honey all the time. Maybe she'll start, you know, putting this into the rotation as well. Thank you for watching. High ratings.